Right, so you have to help me out here, like prompt me, push me, probe me, etc.
I think talk about Pledge, definitely explain what it's about.
Okay. Okay, so Pledgemusic, it's a fairly new model in the music business, but it's also being used in all industry. It's called crowdfunding. So basically what you're doing is you're sourcing the money to create product from the actual end user rather than financing a product and then going out and seeing if you can buy it. You're actually sort of creating a market for it as you're putting it together, and people are able to be more involved in that process. So they can, there are various different things that you can do. For instance, you can pledge money and you can have your name on the record as an executive producer, or you can make a suggestion for the content of a song, a song title, a song idea, something like that. So it's wide open. I mean, I've made my particular choices, which you can check out on my pledge campaign, but each person is unique and sort of customizes it to whatever they're doing. So it's really just a way, it's a kind of new interface between the people that are supporting an artist and the artist being able to bring a product to the market.
So it's like getting those guys, getting your people who want to listen to your music. It's like getting them in early doors.
Yeah,
it's like getting them in rather than go through the whole the whole process and then try to flog it to them. It's like saying, hey, trust me, you've seen me live, or you've seen me, in other things I do. Mm-hmm. Get in, pay your shares, get in early doors, and you become part of the product.
Absolutely, yeah. It's much more integrated. It gives people a sense of being involved with the artist, because you actually can be on there communicating with the artist, sending questions maybe, or whatever. So Pledge has their website is set up where you can actually feedback and people can communicate.
And they might even get their name on the album cover.
They can even get their name. If they pay me enough, they can take my name, whatever. Yeah, absolutely. So no, it's a very positive thing, and I think labels, even major labels now, are still using it in tandem with more traditional ways to promote something. But they're actually, a lot of major acts are doing this, whether it's Kickstarter or Pledgemusic or whatever. And I read somewhere the other day, I think they're crowdfunding a football stadium up north, or I don't know. There's all different kinds of things like that.
What's the time scale with the Pledge? What's the usual time scale that Pledge give you?
I think 2 to 3 months, but we've kind of got extended it a little bit, just because a lot of things have come up. I'm doing a gig opening up for Coliseum at Shepherd's Bush on the 28th of February, and then I've got a tour with another band about 10 dates in March, so it's just a really good opportunity for me to go out and canvas and promote Pledge campaign. So we've extended it a little bit more. So I think it'll be 3 or 4 months. But I think you can set that at the beginning for every artist would be unique.
The album release, when do you expect for the album to be released?
I am legally obliged to release the album once the Pledge goal is met. I think 3 months after the completion of the album. That's about Flashback.
No, but setting up.
So you guys have been here for years, right?
Well, we set up in Islington in 1997.
So the Islington shop was the first.
That was the first one. And then some friends of mine were running a record shop up here called Listen, Phil and Gordon.
So that's why I thought it went way back, because there was a shop there already.
There's a shop here, and there's been a history of shops on this road. I think there was one called Harham here many years ago, back in the 70s and 80s. I'm not sure. I've never quite worked out whether it's on the same premises or not. Does anyone? It was somewhere along this parade, anyway. And then, at the end of last year, we set up another shop in Shoreditch on Bethnal Green Road.
Fantastic.
So, which is, and this is a baby of them. The Essex Road one is quite a lot larger, and the Shoreditch one is now the biggest of the lot.
Yeah.
So, we've been spending a lot of time getting that one going. We've got in-store gigs and stuff going on there. So,
and the guy that wrote the famous book,
High Fidelity.
Yeah, that I kept seeing in banners over the years.
Right.
Does he ever come in here?
Nick Hornby.
Yeah.
Is it Nick Hornby?
He did High Fidelity, yeah. We weren't going when he wrote it, actually. It was said to have been based around
Holloway Road or something.
Yeah, Doc Records on Holloway Road was the main inspiration, I think, but music and video and Reckless Records and various other iconic London record shops were all in the mix there somewhere, I think. But no, I've never actually met the guy. But I'm told he is local and he does come in.
Yeah, I used to see him.
Good.
But yeah,
1, 2, check.
So how often do you have gigs in the Shoreditch one?
well, between the three shops, we normally have 1 or 2 gigs a month.
Okay.
But where they are depends on where the band want to play. We had the Twilight Sad play an acoustic in-store last week in Essex Road, but they had to be there because they were going on to play a gig later on in the evening just down the road. So that was really nice.
So what sort of time do they come on? How long?
Normally, the bands will play for half an hour to an hour, around about 7 o'clock, an early evening thing, because so we don't annoy the neighbours too much.
So good to have a pre-gig. It's a pre-gig gig.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Also, it means you can get the pub up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get our priorities right.
But, so, right.
I'm not feeling the pressure or anything. Like, this isn't probably the hardest gig I've ever done.
We should have booked a stand-up for the wall.
Should have had a stand up and maybe a lot of very strong alcohol to get us in the mood. Okay. All right. Here we go. I'm going to try and play blues on my own. One summer day, she went away. She went and left me. She's gonna stay. She's gone, but I don't worry, no. 'Cause I'm sitting on top of the world. All the summer worked on the farm. Had to take Christmas in my overalls. She's gone, oh, but I don't worry, no, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Going down to the freight yard, gonna catch me a freight train. Gonna leave this town. Worked so hard to find. She's gone. Oh, I don't worry, no. 'Cause I'm sitting on top of the world.
this town, worked so hard to find. She's gone, but I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. One summer day, oh, she went away. She got and left me. She's got to stay. She's gone, but I don't worry, 'cause I'm sitting on top of the world. Tough gig, and Avril's just turned up and... Hello. God, she missed it all.
It's over.
No, I'm so glad.
I'll get it on YouTube.
Oh no. I'm going to get this guy's email address before I leave to make sure. I'm a Virgo. Does that mean anything to anybody? You know, it just means I'm completely anal and like... That note was wrong, 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 that note. Anyway. Alright, so it's 7, so thank you all so much. It's amazing that you guys all turned up. Please take a card for the pledge campaign if you haven't. And pledge. Pledge, pledge, pledge. For a good cause.
What's the cause?
My record. Thank you for that. Bit of humour at the end of the day. Always. No, it is actually for my record. So £8 for the download if you're broke. £100 million for the whole shebang. You can even be me for that kind of money.
I'll see your promoter.
Yeah, talk to my management.
Is the album fully recorded?
Well, I started it in Nashville, and I'm finishing at home basically. Pro Tools at home, kind of basic rig, but pretty good. Might get someone to mix it, depending on how much money I have. But yeah, it's getting there. It's getting close to being... Oh yeah, the other thing is you get a free EP as well.
Is that vinyl?
Well, we're doing limited edition vinyl for the record.
Yeah. Available in all good record shops?
Well, available in your record shop. But we're doing a free download for anybody that buys anything. Anyone that gives any money on the pledge campaign, you get a free EP, 5 songs on the free EP, and the record. Am I a good salesman or what? No.
And signed.
And signed. And anything else, you know, whatever else, I'll give it for money, you know, at this stage of the game. So there you go.
Yeah, cool. Well, good luck.
Thank you so
Hope it
much,
goes
and
well.
thank you for having me.